All right, Windrose has been out for about a week now, and there's a lot of positives around it. I've played a decent amount, and I've worked up the 6 best reasons of why you should play the pirate version of Enshrouded. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, or else JJ from Cocomelon will be at your doorstep tonight. So whenever I'm looking at a new game, specifically games that have combat, I am always looking for ones that have some kind of magic to it. Usually something fast, tactical, or even Souls-like in some regard. There has to be a bit of complexity, and Windrose really does not disappoint. When you're engaging with enemies, there's always an air of death around you, meaning that you can quickly get 2-tapped and down and out very, very fast. Especially early on, see, the combat doesn't really hold your hand. One of the first tasks is to go and fight some boars, and literally the boars have tusks, duh, and they know how to use them. And I can't tell you how pitiful you feel when you get spawn camped by Peppa Pig. Learning the combat, however, is where the real joy comes in. Quickly, you must understand that there's a flow to it, and once you get the beginner's understanding, rudimentary, everything else flows so much easier. Between parrying attacks, sidestepping, and blocking, there's a lot to it all at once. My favorite aspect is the parrying, where you block with your weapon at the same time that the enemy is swinging, and it breaks a part of their stun bar, causing you to gain an advantage over them. Once I got the attack patterns down and knowing what can be blocked and how to move in the combat, it becomes so much more rewarding because it feels more tactical. It feels more like you have a certain control and you're rewarded for better play. They've done such a good job with this, and that's only saying the melee combat. I mean, you're a pirate. You can carry around a pistol in your offhand or a musket to blast enemies at a distance to do massive damage. I mean, what did you expect? This game was definitely going to have gunpowder and flintlock pistols. All right, so this was my first experience in any game, really, that did open water exploration. I mean, I hark all the way back to Wind Waker from Legend of Zelda. But Windrose did not disappoint. Fairly quickly, you gain access to a catch, your main starter ship. And immediately you were tasked with a quest to go sail and fight against Blackbeard ships. And holy hot damn, it's intense. The dogfights against multiple ships always are flashy, and it's almost strategic as you try to outmaneuver the enemies to get them onto your guns without being in range of theirs, which it feels really good if you pull off appropriately. Then, when their ship is low, you can go on board and fight their sailors, and if you win, you get some extra loot, and then the ship sinks and you get the spoils. And again, you're a pirate. Damn it, I'm going to be raiding some ships. It's naval fun. The exploration on the seas, however, have to be highlighted because the motion and the feel of the water is done in such a great way. It feels like you are really out there sailing with your crew. It feels like it's real life. It's really immersive. Then, while not in combat, you can have your group sing sea shanties while you are sailing to pass the time. Honestly, is such a cool aspect of the game. Again, I made a YouTube short about how that cured my mental exhaustion. 10 for 10 would recommend. What's interesting is that while you were sailing and exploring, you can unlock more islands for you to go and check out and find new materials or little small events for you to complete, which is tied to your level, so you're already incentivized to do so. If you wanted to sail on the water with your crew blasting cannon fire, then this is an excellent reason to play this game. Honestly, you're gonna have a good time with it. One of the aspects that I didn't think that I would enjoy about the game is its story. Surprisingly, it actually has a intriguing story, and it essentially puts you onto a path of revenge and justice against Blackbeard and his men. What I like the most about Windrose is that compared to other games that have separate paths, one is for the main story, and then here's this other section that's for discovery and side quests. Windrose does a very good job of making them both be one and the same as far as your focus. You can unlock quite a bit of items and workshop, and even more when you're just focusing on the main story of the game. But then while you are out exploring, you get side quests that take you, relatively speaking, in the same direction of the main story. So it's like a guiding hand to each place, but then also providing a wonderful reason just to kind of fart around and check and see everything about this island that you've come across. I like that there's more of a reason for you to go out and check these things out and explore, rather than you just being a pirate going and doing pirate things. And then from there, there's also this bigger backstory than just sailing around and looting. I mean, Survival games, in my mind, don't typically focus on the story, which is fine. Again, think about it, but like Enshrouded has a story and lore and lots of lore around it, but a lot of what you do in that game is explore. Windrose seems to marry both of them in a very well thought out and intriguing way, but it's not overly intrusive. I very much enjoyed this. That's just my personal opinion though. Now, I'm sure that you've already seen some of these videos popping up, but you can literally build an island oasis on any little bit of land that you find and in your exploration. Holy crap, the options are massive. Again, with this being a survival crafting game, it includes you building a base, raising your comfort level, which is massively important to your quality of life in the game, but you can create massive, huge sprawling structures with the building system here, literally on any island that you find. Even better is that it also means building docks and coves and houses where you can store things that you find in your travels. So like my favorite feature is honestly the instant build structures, the pre-built structures. I'm not super artsy when it comes to these kind of things, so when I have the opportunity to just click a button and it's already designed for me and I just bam, there it is, 100% down, no questions asked. That makes my life so much easier. Now, be mindful that those pre-built ones are pretty limited, but they do serve as a starting point if you needed a little bit of a guiding direction. Also, you can unlock new plans and materials as you go through, so the depth of your pirate cove or pirate castle is there. Yeah, I mean, you can't really beat it. Now, one thing that I usually don't have time for, or at least a whole lot of time to do in these kind of games, is play co-op with other people, especially when those people have to be on the same page as me, and sometimes playing at night and super late it's hard for me to schedule. Windrose does an amazing job of making it feel seamless as you were playing with other people. I think it's up to 4 right now. And having another person play with you is actually a lot of fun, and it adds a wild new look to the game where I think it's already doing an amazing job. I'll also mention that co-op really isn't rare or unique with a lot of games in this regard, but your co-op partner being able to man the cannons while you're steering the ship really makes for a good time. Like, your individual character carries over, so like when I join another server, I have all the gear and abilities that I had that I've already built up. That one character just gets copied over into the new world, and vice versa. A new player can join my world that's already advanced and to where it needs to be, and you know, they're starting out as a level 1. I kind of like that because it makes it seem like your character is more important than the world that you're on, so to speak. Regardless of which way you look at it, the adventure becomes so much more engaging when you have someone to kind of like share and work and build with in this game. I mean, granted, Dad, it's a co-op survival. What'd you expect? But it added an element that I didn't think that I would enjoy, but being able to find people, especially now, right around launch, is a fantastic time, and I would highly recommend. And lastly, possibly the best reason to play the game is because it is this good and it's not even complete. I mean, I talk about a lot of early access titles and how some come out and they look like crap, but Windrose already has so much to offer, and it's only just now coming into early access, meaning that as the game gains steam, it will get bigger and better for months and years to come. This is very similar to that of Enshrouded, where I have a lot of experience in, and I felt like the game was already in a really good landing spot as far as early access is concerned, and it's only gotten better as time has gone on. And just to think all of the stuff that they could eventually add to the game. Mythical monsters, more story arcs, different classes, new building materials, new biomes. I mean, the sky's the limit with this as far as possibilities, and honestly, I'm here for it. The game only being $30, there's so much that you can get and get into very, very quickly for something so cheap, and it always seems fun and fresh, so yeah. Now, these are just my reasons of why I enjoy this game, but if there's something in the game that makes you excited to play that I didn't list, tell me in the comments section below. If you're a dad and you're curious if Windrose is for you, you can click on this video here where I lay it all out of whether or not it's good for dads. As always, stay caffeinated, folks.